Hello, welcome back to Let's Play EEnE the Mis-Edventures. Now we're going to go off to the first bonus stage, which is actually right in front of us.
Metropolis! Isn't she beautiful? This town idea is genius, I tell ya!
I have to admit, you can resist the allure of big city architecture, big city theater, big city culture.
Big city scams! Check out Lumpy! He's got that look in his eyes!
Oh dear. Ed, would you care for a glass of cool lemonade?
I am a monster!
So yeah, this is the first bonus stage, and if you couldn't guess by both this title card and the bonus costume pieces we've been collecting throughout the first three scams, it is the Edzilla stage, where we have to destroy the city and get to the Chunky Puff factory, and for some reason all of our enemies sound like Jimmy.
Good. Hate that guy.
Yeah, you run around and you just kind of control Ed in the Edzilla costume. Just controls are exactly the same. You run around, you head bash, you can chuck tanks, which is pretty fucking awesome, I gotta admit. So
they kind of mushed together like 3 different episodes for this story.
Pretty much, yeah. The Big City episode, the Edzilla episode, and then another episode that totally is not hinted via one of the side images. Not at all.
The frame rate just went to fuck itself.
Yeah, it does that.
I guess this is a rain effect.
Indeed. But yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that one... It kind of reminds me of that one stage from Psychonauts.
Yeah, kind of.
Where you're in the lungfish lung...
Right. But yeah...
You're also killing a lot of innocents there.
Of course. But, yeah, kind of before I forget, hi Nico. You're in this episode.
I was from the very beginning.
I know. Right?
Yeah, I specifically had I had searched for the picture that's on the right, which is from my favorite episode.
Yes.
And your story's getting weird.
Yeah, me and Nico rewatched all of it, and he was it. I believe it was last summer, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah. So, I was just kind of like, hey, want to watch Ed, Edd n Eddy? And Nico was like, boy, do I. And so...
It's like, it is just the kind of show that you can always rewatch. And especially since I never saw it in English. Which actually, I actually appreciated the Polish translation even more because, while the English version obviously is the original, they put a lot of effort to that way in the Polish translation.
Like how they changed some of the jokes that you were telling me while we were watching, and it was pretty great.
Yeah, they made a lot of changes to the jokes, mostly to make them sound more natural, or rather, like, for them to have a lot more music to it, or energy.
Right.
A lot of the stuff that they said, especially when it came to puns and stuff like that, it just wouldn't have worked. So they just a lot of time they just rewrote the entire script for the jokes.
Yeah. My favorite.
Naz is wetting herself.
Yeah. Yes. For context, it's during the episode where the Eds, they run out of ways to scam people, so they're just kind of like, well, how else do we pass the day? And Doldie's like, I don't know, we could try doing so-and-so, and Eddie's like, yeah, but, like, who cares? Like, frickin' Johnny's being Johnny, Kevin's fixing his bike, Naz is lounging and friggin' Sarah and Jimmy are just like being twerps. Did I mention Naz lounging?
Yes, and in the Polish version, he went like, Naz is wetting herself, and they are being twerped. Well, wait, did I say Naz is wetting herself?
I really like that one.
Yes, and it exactly has that kind of meaning as you would think.
Yes.
And now it's just running around finding the last building that you didn't break.
Yeah, you do have to destroy literally every building because Ed is a monster, and as we all know, movie monsters leave no survivors. So
That is true. What are the blue things?
oh, that's health.
Ah, okay. In case of Jimmy got you.
And this is why we have
Oh,
that
now
side
I-
image.
That's why you needed that image.
Yes. This is the boss.
It all makes sense now.
If you don't know how to go about it, this boss can actually be pretty annoying, actually. You have to throw chunky puffs at the monster to deal damage while dodging kisses and this shockwave attack that the Kanker sisters do. If you have trouble with depth perception like I do, the shockwave attack can be pretty annoying, actually. Meanwhile, so
Well, to
really...
be fair, perspective is not very helpful here.
Yeah, like,
Very low to the ground.
And plus, if you get too close to them, the electric fence will shock you, so you don't want that either. Also, the kiss attack comes out pretty fast, so if you're not already moving when they're doing it, it'll probably hit you. Probably.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is also the third episode that this stage combines. It's the story time episode. So...
Yeah, also when it comes to some names, for example, Kanker Sisters, they had to change that name because it wouldn't have made any sense in our language.
Right.
So they just called them the Ugly.
Right. Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But fun fact, by the way, this stage was actually not played by me. This was played by my friend Joe. So shout out to you.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, he wanted to do the Edzilla stage, so I was like, okay, here you go, record it for me.
Did he actually? Did he play any more stages of this game?
Yeah, he did. And yeah, that's that.
Did you see that? It's an animal!
He can be worrisome at times.
I am a monster in a boy's body.